Imagine arriving on a quiet, remote island. You find a fort, hastily built, the wood bleached by the sun. You call out, but the only sound is the wind in the trees. You look closer. The houses are dismantled, the supplies are gone. And there, carved deep into a post, is a single chilling word. For centuries, this has been the beginning of America's greatest ghost story, the Lost Colony of Roanoke. In 1587, 115 English men, women, and children vanished from North Carolina. They left no bodies, no signs of a struggle, and only one mysterious clue. Welcome to Empire of History. Today, we dive into the murky archives of the 16th century to uncover the true fate of those lost colonists. Was it a desperate act of survival? A massacre? Or something far stranger? The Roanoke story begins not with mystery, but with ambition. England's Queen Elizabeth I saw the New World as a vital foothold against the Spanish Empire. Her champion, Sir Walter Raleigh. Raleigh funded several expeditions, but the decisive one set sail in 1587, led by Governor John White, a skilled artist and map maker. This was not a military outpost, it was meant to be a permanent civilian settlement. The group landed on Roanoke Island, off the coast of modern-day North Carolina. They quickly started building their settlement. It was a time of hope. Just 1 month after landing, Governor White's daughter, Eleanor, gave birth to Virginia Dare, the first English child born in the New World. But supplies were running low, and relations with the local Native American tribes were rapidly deteriorating. Facing starvation and conflict, Governor White made a painful decision. He would sail back to England for vital supplies. It was supposed to be a short trip. White promised his family and his colonists he would return quickly. But when he arrived in England in late 1587, Europe was at war. The Spanish Armada was preparing to invade. Queen Elizabeth I commandeered every available ship for defense. White was trapped. It would be 3 agonizing years, 3 years the colonists were left waiting before John White was finally able to charter a ship and return to Roanoke. In August 1590, White and his crew landed. What they found was not a massacre, not a struggle, but a ghost town. The settlement was gone. Everything was meticulously dismantled, suggesting an unhurried, planned departure. White remembered the agreement he had made with the colonists. If they moved, they would carve the name of their new location on a tree or post. If they were forced out by danger, they would carve a Maltese cross above the name. White searched desperately. On a wooden post surrounding the village, he found it. The single word, Croatoan. There was no Maltese cross. The word referred to a nearby island, home to a friendly Native American tribe. White believed they were safe, but a violent storm forced him to leave the area the very next day. He never saw his daughter or granddaughter again. So, what are the most compelling theories about the fate of the lost colonists? Theory number 1, assimilation. This is the leading theory. With no help coming, the colonists simply moved in with the friendly Croatoan people, now known as the Hatteras tribe, on Hatteras Island. They intermarried and adopted the Native American way of life to survive. What's the evidence? Artifacts like broken English pottery have been found on Hatteras Island. Plus, some DNA studies have suggested that certain local families in the area today have European ancestry that dates all the way back to the late 1500s. Theory number 2, massacre. This dark theory suggests the colonists ran into trouble with a different, hostile tribe. Perhaps the Secatan or the Chesapeakes. A small group of survivors may have made it to the Croatoan people, but the majority were killed. And finally, Theory 3, the Chesapeake Bay Detour. Governor White and Raleigh actually intended for the colonists to settle further north, near the Chesapeake Bay. White's navigator, a man of questionable loyalty named Simon Fernandez, may have forced them to land on Roanoke instead. Did the colonists ultimately follow the original plan? Historical evidence shows that a small, secondary group did try to walk to the Chesapeake. The Lost Colony of Roanoke remains one of history's greatest cold cases. While the assimilation theory is the most likely truth, the mystery endures because John White never found the final piece of the puzzle. The 115 souls who vanished became a warning to every new colony that followed. In the New World, survival was never guaranteed. What do you think happened to Virginia Dare and the lost colonists? Were they wiped out by a hostile tribe, or did they simply become the first truly American people by merging with the native tribes? Let me know your theory in the comments below. And if you want to see more deep dives into the shadows of history, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to Empire of History so you don't miss our next video. Thanks for watching.